Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hey, Tanya. How are you tonight? Yeah, I figured it's about time for me to come back on and do a live. By the time I really would have felt any better than what I feel right now is we'll be headed back to our next treatment by then. So I just wanted to come through and chat with you all for a little bit because I hadn't been done this in a while. I'm doing pretty good myself. Um, hey Shalissa. um, so I just y'all already know when I come on, I be trying to get away from issues and stuff that I be having in my life. So I'll be like, whatever conversations come up besides that right there, because we already got an understanding of everything, that's going on with me. Hey, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. I feel a whole lot better right now. One of the things I will tell y'all that I slightly heard the doctor say, but didn't really pay a whole bunch of attention to it, is when they talk about like you will get like little spots where you'll touch your body or whatever, and you'll have like sore spots. It's like the day I was trying to figure out why is my hand hurting in this one particular spot. So come to find out that's one of the side effects of um taking chemo. So we just gonna roll with it. But I don't want to start like discounting it because you don't know if you done ran into something, bumped into something or whatever, and you ain't paying attention to what you got going on or whatever. But yeah, anywho. um, but yeah, I feel this is the best that I've felt since taking the first chemo treatment. Um y'all didn't know, but I had told the members before I said anything to you all that I had a scare because my sister that was helping take care of me after um the chemo, she tested positive for the flu. So that was a little bit of a scary situation that I was going through, didn't quite know what that meant for me. But, the doctor was like, okay, no problem. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to put you on this. And then to try and make sure that you don't get it. So we solved that problem with the quickness, got it, right on out the way. But I just feel like, girl, do you know how to dodge anything? That's what I'm starting to feel like. Do I know how to dodge anything? Do I know how to dodge trouble? I don't know. But I don't think there's no such thing as like you dodging what is for you is going to be for you. If it's meant for you to go through it, you going to go through it. It just, there's no way around it. But other than that, I've been getting some really good surprises with people. Well, first of all, my daughter sending me the pictures that she sent me of my garden was amazing. Um, just when I was like trying to get down or whatever for her to be able to send those pictures, um, at the time she did was like bling and put a smile on my face. But yeah, it's like I had a conversation with somebody today too, and it was like every time that I go through something, I always be like, why is it keep happening to me? Like, and I'm not asking why, like I'm above stuff happening to me. But there is times in your life, especially if you're a person that is like you always going through something over and over. Hey Shakira. You always feel like you're going through something all the time, but it's almost like I'm asking why stuff keep happening to me, because it's almost like I'm looking for, is this like my punishment? Did I do something wrong? In that type of way, I'm asking. Hey, growing with Hudson, how are you? Girl, we was over there watching you make them biscuits the other day. Yes, we was, honey child. We love a good old biscuit now. um, but just asking in that way, And being that I've been asking about it, praying about it, and all of that good stuff, it's like, hey, Coffee. It's good to see you all. I ain't been on here to talk live to y'all. I've been trying to like give a little, and there's a reason why I've been doing the shorts. And let me tell y'all, when y'all see me doing the shorts and I'm not talking in them, I'm just writing letters. At that point, there's in going through this treatment, there is a time that your lips can barely move. It'd be a whole bunch of different stuff be going on. So sometimes your voice is there, sometimes it's gone. So just know when I be doing a whole lot of words and I ain't doing no talking and it just got music playing or whatever, that's one of them times where I ain't got it in me to be doing a whole bunch of talking or whatever. But I'm trying to reach my folks in some kind of way to let y'all know, how things going with me. Hey, Miss Parker. How you doing? Um, but it just be times you be like, it's like no matter where I go, it's like in this moment, I'm at peace with doing the chemo, so far where I am right now in this in the process, because I only been one time. So I'm at peace with that. But then it seemed like, okay, I did this, and then we doing making all the precautions, trying to move around and make sure that I don't run into anything else, with my immune system. And it's like no matter where I done ran to, it still came to me or whatever. So I'm like, what else? Why? Why? What am I doing wrong? You know, I just always be that person trying to figure out what I did wrong. And all the time it ain't got nothing to do with being wrong. Somebody told me today that, and they say God give his hardest task to his strongest people. Somebody told me today that sometimes you be thinking it's about something that you did, and it's not necessarily something that you did. God knew you were strong enough to handle whatever was coming down the pipeline. So he gave it to you for the person who it's really for. So you can be able to talk them through their situation. Hey, rated RJ. Okay, if let me tell you something, RJ. I've been counting down the days, and my days pretty much been running into each other. But let me tell you something. I done been talking to my whole family and stuff about you getting your property and you getting ready to grow your. So just tell me what day we on right now. Hey, Korean. Cause I already know. I know them days don't went by. Cause the last time I remember you put the number 9 more days. Now I know we done had 9 days. So I think right about now you should be on your new property. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. Cause my like I say, my days been running together. um, so I don't know. But anyways, and I showed you all too. Just like I thought, I got it. We made the move. We've been here 3 days. Oh my goodness. Yes. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, when y'all share stories and stuff with me, when I can talk and stuff, I tell my family and everything about y'all. Y'all literally be at my dinner table and stuff with us. I be carrying y'all with me. So like y'all don't see me on here talking with y'all and to y'all and everything. I'm telling if you got a page and I know that you have one, because some of y'all I be on here talking to, and I don't even know that you all have a YouTube or whatever. And then I just happened to find out by flicking through or whatever. And then I end up watching your videos. But yeah, I'll tell you, if I'm not on here, I may be in your bushes somewhere. You just never know. But, I'll be looking through, trying to find somebody. But um, my friend's house that I was at, when y'all see me sitting by the pool and stuff like that, I was telling her like I can see her having garden beds over by her pool. And I just said it to her, I was like, I think that would look so beautiful. Yesterday, not only did I get a picture of my garden and stuff and how everything looked so amazing in the garden. Um, my friend sends me a picture and she actually she built the garden bed over there on the side of her pool. And so when she sent it to me, let me tell you something, nothing but tears of joy started to come to my eyes and everything. And so it's just like it's very exciting to, just see for me people growing, me going around looking on YouTube and stuff and seeing how um people who I encourage to grow a garden, they now encouraging other people and other people and other people, and just to see it's growing. And because y'all know we can't trust these people no more, we need to grow our own food and stuff. But okay, guess what? You don't put some seeds, you don't planted some seeds, RJ. I don't know why I got a little tear right here done dried up in the corner of my eye right here, because what I was crying about, I don't know. But I can see that right there. What happened, RJ? It's gotta be good. Yeah, growing with husband. I know when you be over there and you be talking to people that don't really garden and stuff like that. I know when they tell you they start doing it, it's got to be like something make your heart jump for joy. Nisi, hey, in the back of the property, there's a 200. Okay, I know you who you finna tell me about that older person that was back there. There's a 200 year old or so giant grandmother tree, long trunks spread out, and it got four trunks. Oh my goodness. Is it one of those trees where the branches go out and then it dip down to the ground and come back up? Because I love those kind of trees right there. I got a tree like that in my yard where the branches come out from it and swoop down, and like you can go and sit on it like it's a seat or something like that. I love trees that do that. Nisi, it's so good to see you, girl. I have, ooh, you have four kids. And then when you move on to a piece of property like that right there, then your kids able to TT. Hey, it's so good to see everybody and everything. What I gotta do, even though like I be going through the times where I be so sleepy and stuff, maybe I gotta get one of my family members or something to set my camera or something up for me, even if I come on just like I did like the first day and like talk to y'all for a few minutes and then went on about my business. It's just to start doing that. So like, you know, I don't know, we'll see. Whatever come up, that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. um you been catching the replays? Yeah, I've been trying to stay like consistent because it ain't as easy as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna be like chilling here or whatever it's like, and I can just go ahead and hit the live button. It don't work like that. All of the things that you thinking just gonna be, you gonna be your normal self. It kind of feel like you're gonna be normal, and you get up to think you can do all of the tricks and the trades of that you used to do in your everyday life until your body reminds you, girl, you better sit your behind down somewhere. Looking really good. I'm so happy to see you, Corinne. I am so happy to see you too. I love talking to y'all in the chats and stuff like that, because y'all know y'all have me rolling sometimes with the stuff y'all be saying. Um, I miss you too, TT. Especially, and I just be all of y'all like these my people that I be talking to like on every night. um, right. You are loved. Thank you, Nisi. I love y'all too. I really do. Your garden was happy to see you. I didn't, TT. I didn't get to see the garden. I'm not even, I'm not where my garden is. I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia with my with Shalissa at this time. That's where I am. Um, so I haven't seen my garden with my own eyes, which is why I said that my daughter sent me pictures of my garden. And she did it by surprise. I didn't even ask her. I didn't even ask her to send it to me. She was just out there and she was watering and everything, and she started to take pictures. And when she sent me that first pictures, and I shared them all with y'all. I shared all of those pictures with y'all. If y'all haven't seen it, it's in my last short that I did. I showed you all the pictures of what was happening in my garden, and just, I mean, everything is so big and pretty. I wasn't expecting to see what I saw. I mean, I got pineapples, new pineapples starting to grow. Y'all should go and look at it and see what, when you plant those grocery store pineapples and stuff like that, how they start to sprout, to make a new pineapple come out the middle, in the middle of it. I mean, just, it was like, for me, seeing it was almost like I wasn't looking at my own garden. That's how, to me, it was so beautiful, because I haven't physically laid eyes on my garden since um the day that I had chemo. So I haven't seen my garden since then. But oh, TT, you in Georgia too? You're really my friend in my head. I just know I'm pulling for you. Thank you, TT. And I believe I am going to pull through this and make a full recovery. But you know how sometimes when you be in the midst of the storm, you be like wavering back and forth. I kind of like feel myself doing that. But when I'm in the calm of everything, I truly believe that I'm gonna come out on top. I'm gonna have a testimony, and I'm gonna say it just like this. If I don't, I'm still gonna have a testimony. My life is going to be a testimony of, you know, who I am and who I was. Point blank. Period. Let's just say that. um, you in Georgia? I'm in Hinesville. You're my first virtual love. Oh, Korean, I feel so special. I love reading bedtime stories to you anyway. I'll read you a story, good to put you right on to sleep, girl. I like when you be saying, girl, I woke up and they say this live is over. Mission accomplished. Nobody else don't understand our relationship. They don't understand why you call me what you call me unless they was here from the beginning or whatever. It is what it is. DM me, maybe we can get together for lunch on me. Okay, TT. All right, I have to hit you up. The garden looks amazing. Yes, it does. And not that I'm tooting my own horn, because I'm not there to take care of it. I was surprised to see what it looked like. My own self. I thought maybe I might be disappointed. And then to look at it and see, and I always tell y'all, my garden is let me see, I don't forgot the words that I be saying to y'all. I really didn't forget it, but it's like I be trying to think of so many things at one time. Um, my garden is a direct manifestation of what's happening in my life. I done showed y'all that over and over again. There's been times when I've been stuck, in different situations I done told y'all about. And to see my garden looking the way that it looked, I couldn't help but go back and realize, my garden is a manifestation of where I am. So if my garden is looking as good as it is right now, that must mean that I'm doing really good, even though I don't look at it and see it that way in the natural. If you understand what I'm saying. But spiritually, looking at my garden, my life is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm in Georgia. I'm sure you're far away from my neck of the woods. Well, I just said I'm in Hinesville right now. So you saw them, Nisi. Yeah. The pictures were amazing. Hey, Marjorie. Um, that's normal, but just know God is on the throne. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think no matter what you're going through, there's always moments of Um, when you feel like you in there, spiritually. And then there's times like you ain't quite sure. You don't feel it doesn't feel good to be going through the process. But I think that's kind of what they call it is faith. It's like a wavering back and forth, but ultimately you land in the place where you're supposed to be. Um, that's Norm. Just know, I know you will beat this. Okay, then I'm in Fayetteville. Um, Hi, growing. Say in the chat, please do. We grow. Hey, growing with Hudson. Okay, a testimony. Absolutely, a testimony. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, TT. I just want you to know I'm proud of you. Thank you, Shakira. And the same exact thing to you, because we a lot of the things that we gone through. Um, it's been we like walking parallel almost to each other. Can I just say illness isn't a direct message about our strength or worthiness. God loves you and we love simply. We love simply in a fall. We live simply in a fallen world. Yes. But when I think in that way, RJ, I don't even connect that the way that my thought process be going. It don't have nothing to do with God, because sometimes where I come from and the things I've been through in life, I be mixing it up with this thing right here, because as I'm going through all of this stuff, all of my traumas and everything have been tucked away for 40 years of my life. 40 years of my life, all of my traumas have been tucked away, and it's almost like I'm just being pushed and I'm being forced to push them up. And you think when they don't come up or you don't think about them or any of that stuff, you kind of feel like, okay, I'm past that right there, until they surface at the least time you expect them to. And so I be adding that stuff together, and sometimes you have to compartmentalize certain things. And when I be going through it at the moment, I don't necessarily do that, but eventually I get there. um, I looked at those collard greens. I thought about the chickens. LOL. I bought myself a bunch of collard greens today. Golly, Niecy. Ooh, sometimes like I be having like such overflow, and I can't believe how big those greens growed again already. When y'all watched me pick them right before I had my chemo, so just to look at them again, and I know those leaves is like way bigger than my head, and I got a big head. But God gave you the gift of attracting others, meaning you have such a healing voice. People want to listen. Personality is fire. Thank you, Coffee. Let me tell you something. Um, every now and then I talk to y'all about this girl who I watch over. And some of the times, like I watch her and I don't know. Sometimes you know how sometimes you see people be going through like they little mess or whatever, and it catch your attention, because we gotta admit that all of us love like a little bit of drama or whatever. Like we don't love it for the people to stay in there, but sometimes it's interesting to just, if we being honest, it's interesting to see like other people's drama. Sometimes just being honest about it, right? But this lady's name, and I'm gonna say her name actually tonight, because I know I got people that's on here praying for me. But let me tell you something. I was over there watching her live today, and I wasn't gonna even watch the live, but it was an update about her going to her doctor's appointment and getting an update on her situation. Well, she had thought, and her name is Lady Bling. I don't know if any of y'all watch her or whatever, but I'm telling y'all about this for prayer sake, because I know I got a lot of praying folks over here. I know I do. But I was watching her live today, and she got an update on her health. Well, one of the things is it's like her story is almost going the same way that I did, right? So she was having problems with her breathing or whatever, and she have a lot of anxieties about different things. And so I had sensed that one moment she was having those anxieties because she watched her mama go through sarcoidosis. I think I'm saying that right. If for those of you all, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, but I think it's sarcoidosis or something like that, where like your organs start to, I guess, like tighten up around it. Basically it's almost like something that will cause you, like your body like suffocates itself out or something like that. I don't know if anybody else knows exactly what it is, and you don't mind putting it in the chat. I would very much appreciate that for you, and thank you for that coffee. Thank you very much. um so she has anxiety, and like whatever she's feeling, her mind is always in the place. So one time I had said to her, I feel like thank you so much, Trikel. um I feel like she was having anxiety or feeling traumatized from what she saw her mom go through. So today she not today but the other day she had went and got some tests and stuff done, only for her to find out, just like me. I told y'all on Valentine's Day, I went in the hospital smiling. I wasn't looking for anything. I'm just like, I'm good. Only to walk in there to hear the doctor say something you're not looking for. Well, she got diagnosed with sarcoidosis too, just like her mom. And it's a scary thing for her. So today she had an update. And when she went in, they explained to her that they're going to treat her. And she didn't name the medicine, but she said that they were going to use a treatment on her that they use for cancer patients, which was some kind of a chemo or something. So, oh my God, my heart went out to her. And I wanted to say something to her, but at the moment, I didn't know what to say to her at that time. I didn't want to say to her that I just went through something similar like that or anything like that. Um, but just know I'm just bringing her up to you all. Y'all, she was having that same moment of just like, oh my God, I do not want to go through this. I do not want to do this. And she having a hard time breathing. And sometimes come along with this right here is, I think I'm good with doing a bunch of moving around and everything. And the next minute, you be breathing all heavy and stuff, like I don't be out there doing stuff or whatever. But I have to understand that, girl, these people pumping this medicine inside of you. But y'all go over and check Lady Bling out. And it ain't like my page. My page is not bigger than hers. Her page is way bigger than mine. But she is somebody who I watch, and she is a person that always moving around and doing stuff just like me and stuff like that right there. But she going through a little something. So, and I like Lady Bling. I actually love her. I really do. So, once you start to allow yourself to open up and feel it, that's when the healing start. Absolutely. And I always say, if it's down in you and it's something that happens to you, if you want to get rid of it and you don't, it must come up to come out. It's just like if you feel like you get nauseous and you need to throw up or something. Sometimes that's what help your stomach feel good. So first of all, it got to come up from down in the belly, come to your mouth and come out. So I really believe that. And I believe like when your traumas and stuff come up and start to resurface, they're not there to hurt you. They there to help you get to the next place um, that you're supposed to be in life. I believe that. um, this takes precedence, so you will put those other things in the back of your mind and stay strong. I am gonna do that. It's interesting and funny. Um, yes, you do, and we really pray and got you. Yes, I keep you lifted up in prayer. Let me tell you something. I know y'all do, because the peace. I'm here to tell y'all that in this moment, I have a peace that surpasses all understanding, because I feel like in this situation that I'm in right now, I should be the scariest of the scariest, because I have a cancer that literally take people out. There's not a fear inside of me that my life is gonna be gone. None of that stuff like that right there. I don't even think about this. So I have a peace that is amazing. Now last night I was wondering, girl, why you ain't sleep? I stayed up till 4 o'clock this morning. Just nothing wasn't happening, nothing wasn't on my mind. It's just I wasn't sleeping. And I don't know why. Maybe it's something in the meds. Hey Phoenix. Hey. Again, thank you so much for that floating heart, Trikel. Um, Selena. Hey, Selena. I had me a good old conversation over there with Selena them. That was my test for, let me see how my talking, doing a whole bunch of talking and stuff today. And, I joined over there. Y'all go over and check Selena out. Me and her had a good conversation about some things over there today on, I, joined her panel and stuff, but absolutely just great conversations. Y'all check Selena out. Hey, get your mama. I be over there. Them early morning prayers and the softness. You know, me myself. When I listen back to myself, I don't hear what y'all hear. I'm not in love with my voice. I really am not. For me myself, I feel like I got a deep voice, and but everybody always say like I have a real soothing reading voice. But let me tell you something. If you talking about jazz to your ears, get your mama. Yes, get your mama. she got she got that smooth jazz reading voice over there. Yes. The morning Bible scriptures and stuff like that over there. Yes, ma'am. She Korean. That's where I go at. I put on one of her videos at nighttime, and I feel like she read me a bedtime story. I can go on right on, go to sleep. One of my ex coworkers told me this past weekend that one of our friends has cancer, prostate cancer. I added him to the prayer list. All right, this thing just keep on. It just pops. It's popping up everywhere, everywhere. Um, are we just are we just catching all of it because of social media and stuff like that, or has it always been like that? Because I've never used to hear about cancer like that back in the days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Part of me feels like it's the food, it's the food, and so, but that's why we got to keep on growing our own stuff. So then if it is the food, then something should change around for us when we growing our own, right? And that's the way it used to be back in the days. Everybody had gardens and gardens of things. And another thing that I love about, like, my niece was out in her garden the other day, and this man came out of his house. He done planted him one little banana tree out there, and he was just so proud. And he see my niece, and he doesn't speak English. He showing her his. Then other people came over to the house, and they was like, well, when you started growing a garden? And she was, who taught you how to do the garden? She was like, my auntie. And so it's just like you can just see how it's just spreading and spreading. It's so contagious, and I love, you know when it come down to something like that, you love to be contagious in that type of way. um yes, truly blessed, Phoenix. Let God draw near, sis. He will never leave you. Hebrews 13 and 5. Here to help share the burden with you however I can. God can always bring light into the darkness. Ooh, let it come up and get it out of you. Mm, absolutely. Now I used to fight it. I'm telling you, I used to fight. If you go back to like the beginnings of me being on YouTube, I was fighting everything, embarrassed about it, didn't want anybody to know about it. Um, until I couldn't hold it in no more. So when it come now, I had a lady that was sitting next to me in chemo, and she was telling me how secretive she is about her cancer journey, right? So much so that I remember I told y'all about the lady who had her hair froze on her head. Well, she got her hair frozen on her head, so like she doesn't get the hair falling out and everything, and she have to explain to the people at the job or whatever. So she wanted to keep everything. She was like, I'm very, very secretive about my life. And I told her, ooh, I'm just the opposite of you. I used to be very secretive in the beginning of my life, but now like, hey yo, he hollered it out to the top of the mountains that I don't, I don't hide it no more. It's like I use it, all of those things that affected me in those ways, those are my testimonies and everything of how I got through them. And I don't mind sharing them with somebody to help them get through something that they done been through. And you know what? When I look at it now, I'm getting the same thing that I did. I'm willing to share mine. And now I'm getting a lot of people that's sharing their testimony with me. Man, what better blessing can you have than somebody who's already been through what you've been through, and you've been already talking to them or whatever, and you ain't know they've been through what you've been through, but they able to tell you, oh yeah, girl, I had that. And you looking at them, you like, no, you you had cancer before. For them to be able to tell you that they there, and then to know it was 20 years in the past, 15 years in the past, 10 years in the past, and they look absolutely amazing. Like, you know how you say you see people's face and your face don't tell the story of what you've been through? Yeah, I've been getting a lot of those. Hey, it's Miss Riss. How you doing? Thank you very much. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all add Lady Bling to y'all prayers and stuff tonight. Yeah. And anybody else who's saying like they need it, Nisi just said some a friend of a friend, I think she said, found out too. So y'all add her to it. So um you are welcome, Selena. Praise God for that piece. He is so good. Absolutely. All the time. I'm so glad I caught you tonight. Yeah, get your mama. I told you something, just the soothing. Y'all be saying that I got a, a soothing voice. Get your mama. Yes, she takes the cake. I love the way she be reading over there. Just like it's like, listen, if y'all ain't went over and listen to Get Your Mama read and just do her thing over there. Go over there and check it out for yourself and see. You think my voice is soothing? Yeah, get your mama. um, yeah, RJ, that's how I be feeling. Like I I don't go back. The only time I go back and listen to one of my videos or something is when I want to do like a remix or something that I may have said in there. I'll go back and dig into it. But you talking about some fast forwarding and making the thing go fast and everything, I ain't got time to be listening. I don't got time to be listening to that. It's your essence. At the end of the day, that grabs a that grabs attention. Oh, thank you very much. Um, absolutely, Phoenix. Um, you know, it does so. So, it is what it is. I be wanting to say that so many times, but I just don't say it. Great to see your beautiful smile, Tashana. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you very much. Yes, amen. I've heard very good things to your point about eating healthy to combat cancer. Forks, forks over knives. Book was what I heard. Great testimonies from plant-based, I think. Okay. Yeah. and I figured that, and I'm ready for that with a lot of the things, like that's what I have for, right now is like my family is like doing an amazing job of keeping me fed and all of that good stuff. So I don't even have to worry about that point right now. But when I do get ready to go back home, my list of things that I'm going to focus on is already there. My greens and stuff out in the garden are things I'm going to be focused on. I already got my spinach stocked up, my sweet potatoes stocked up, you know, little simple things, because, when you first doing chemo or whatever, eating is not one of your favorite things that you want to do. It just ain't. But you do have moments of where you feel like you want to eat up everything. It's almost, I'm telling you, to me, chemo is almost like being pregnant or something. If, for those of y'all who done had the experience of it, and you've experienced morning sickness, it's a lot like it. And then when you do finally get an appetite, you want to eat up the whole world. And it's just, I think it's a balance of like the steroids and stuff that they give to you. So it's like one moment you don't want to eat anything, the next minute you want to eat everything. And then the next minute, and then everything that you eat, you got to take something to keep it down on your stomach. And if you ain't keeping it down on your stomach, you got to keep it from coming out the other end. If y'all know what I mean, y'all know I told y'all by the time we go through this thing right here, I'll be done told y'all everything. Y'all gonna be like, Shauna, Shauna, stop it. I hope you start doing your morning lives. I'm back outside walking for exercise. You know what, Nisi? And listen, because I said after when I do, because I do chemo again on Friday, right? So I just went through it this time, and I'm not sure if I'm this next one is going to be the same because the doctor only gave me 80% of the chemo this time, right? So his goal is to eventually get me up to 100% because he doesn't want to make me too sick because I'm doing 3 different bags of chemo, which is an aggressive um chemo, right? So um I don't know when he's going to try and amp it up, but he had a conversation with me before this time. So he wanted to see how well I handled it. But my plan is this time it took me about 6 days to start feeling like anything. And I said that what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a little light stool or whatever, and I'm going to figure out how I can get um back to my garden. Doesn't mean that I got to get out there and do nothing really heavy or no nothing, but just to be able to go out there and sit in the midst of it. And if I only can crop 3 plants on one day, um, that'll give me something little that I can go out there to do, because that is my goal, to get back to my morning lives that I used to do when we just used to sometimes sit and listen to the water sprinklers, water the grass and all of the water the garden and all of that stuff. That's the goal that I want to get back to, because remember, I'm supposed to be planting sunflowers, a whole field of sunflowers. I was talking to my husband today and I was telling him that I still want to do that. I don't know what kind of strength that I'm going to be able to have to be able to do it, but today, as he um as I was talking about it, I can see myself getting my sunflowers in, even if I have to get my kids to help me to do it. We gonna see some sunflowers before this the warm before any cold weather or anything come back. We gonna see that. We gonna see a whole bunch of beautiful stuff. Um, it just is gonna be what it is. So yeah, Nisi, we gonna hear those sprinklers going. I'm back outside walking for exercise. Gotta go. Have a blessed night. You have a great night too, Nisi. Thank you for coming through. Um, how about a rollator? What is that? Coffee? A rollator. Yeah, let me know what it is. I'll come make a zip line. you gon- you gonna zip line me to the garden. You could just throw out seeds while you zoom. Yeah, we gonna let me tell you something. We gonna figure it out. Cause um I feel like me seeing the sunflowers grow is going to do something for me too. So, and I feel like if where there is a will, all I gotta do is have the will and the want to do it, and God gonna make the rest happen. So that's how I feel about it right now. So we gonna get us some sunflowers. It's a walker with wheels, but you can sit. Oh, okay then. That's what they call this. Put a little cooler in the seat. Okay, so I can stay ready at all times, hydrated. But it can't be a whole lot of sun. So that's what I was saying to my husband, that possibly when I go, the first thing I'll do is try to have to do early mornings, like before the sun fully comes out. But I'm also in the midst of ordering me some UV protection long sleeve shirts. I already got me a big floppy hat to keep this part of my body covered. I need me long sleeves, my gloves, and some long, I already got long pants or whatever, so I don't need no more of them. Just got to be covered from head to toe before I go out there and try and do all of that so the sun doesn't burn me up. And so eventually I'm going to get out there. If the only thing y'all go out there and see me do is just sit down out there some of the times. And for me, I have to be fine with that to be able to just go out there and be able to just enjoy sitting out there. And oh, the thought just crossed my mind, girl. What you gonna do if you see a snake out there? I think I think the energy will come out of nowhere, just like that day when the pain just disappeared from my body. When I got Phoenix, I talked about that too. That I need to look for me a golf cart. I already been saying that a long time ago. So, I got a few things that I need to be looking up because I also thought that would be a good option. And we need one anyways, because we constantly going all the way back to the back of the property and back up, and and that's a lot of times we just get in the truck and we drive the truck back to the back, to go and feed the pigs and all of that stuff like that right there. So then having a golf cart is a better option than have. Yeah, that time that snake came up there, it's a video of that. It's also a short of that video right there. Let me tell you something, my back was hurting like I don't know what on that day, but let me tell you something, all I was miraculously healed. I was miraculously healed when I looked down and I seen that snake by my boot. Hey, your girl went to the Olympics, won the gold medal and everything on that day. I was jumping over some stuff to get up out of there. And let me tell you something. I had temporarily lost my mind for a minute. Because a lot of people know from those mornings that whenever I'm back in the back of my property like that, I always got my piece of steel with me, if you understand what I'm saying, right? Honey, I got the thing strapped across my shoulder and it's on my back. And I'm on the live trying to figure out how to call my husband to come by here and handle this snake. And I got my own. I got my own with me. Done forgot how to protect myself when it come down to a snake. I say, ain't that something? He said, you calling me? You can hear him on the video saying, well, what you got on your back? You got a whole piece on your back, and you called me out the house to come and do this for you. All right, then let me have no power and gone. Just like that. But yeah, in the midst of the moment, it's like, you sure got fast. Yes, I got fast. You know how when he closed that piano up and he said, well, time to go. That's all my thought process was going to close it down. I ain't even closed nothing down. And as a matter of fact, even though I knew that he had unalived him, I'll still watch that snake. I still was watching the snake while he was resting in peace the whole entire time. Couldn't take my eyes off of him. That's how I don't play around with no snakes. No, no, no. But y'all, I really, really enjoyed talking to y'all, and I'm going to try very, very hard to come back on here and chat with y'all tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's just keep each other in prayers and lift it up. And then um one of these days we're gonna get back to I feel like, we kind of got to some other things and different, but and maybe I shouldn't be so focused on going back to doing the things that the conversations like we used to have. But I do love to just let it flow and us talk about real life, what's really happening in our real lives. And I just love the conversations like we come up with over here just by us talking in the chat. That's all. But I love you all. And y'all remember, I don't ever want to forget. Y'all keep on growing. Make sure you're growing something. Over here, we are the high class gardeners, where that just means we make sure we growing stuff out in the garden, but we don't play around with no snakes, no bugs, no worms, no frogs, no none of that stuff like that right there. Well, how you grow stuff in the garden, Miss Shonda, if you scared of all of those things? I just grow the food. We don't play around with none of that stuff right there. And people who show up in life that are in representation of those things. We don't play around with none of that right there. But just make sure you're growing in your garden, and whatever you want to do in life, connect it to what's happening out in your garden, and let your garden be a manifestation of what it is that you got going on in your life. And just like that, keep on growing. Definitely been praying for you, and we'll keep praying. Yeah, you should let yourself walk through all the healing you need. And I am going to do that, RJ. Thank you. And God bless you and your new spot. And may He continue to bless you. And may you grow abundantly on that property that you got over there. I'm excited for you. All right, y'all. Y'all have an amazing night. And I'll see y'all sometime tomorrow.